Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our second game of the day. And in this second matchup, we've got the number 12 seed George Washington Revolutionaries taking on the number 5 seed Rhode Island Rams. These two teams just played last week. And in that contest, the number 12 seed George Washington Revolutionaries were able to get the win against Rhode Island 54-46. So that was the only time that these two teams played this year, and that game was at home in Rhode Island. So George Washington comes into this game, Russ, with a lot of confidence that they can beat this team. You know why? Because they did beat this team. And that's kind of what happened last night when we saw LaSalle take on VCU. They had just beat VCU the Saturday before, so they've seen the team, they know the team. What does Rhode Island have to do to not let history repeat itself?
Forget what happened. Play a completely different game. This is postseason play, so a lot of those regular season memories need to go out the door, and that's definitely one of them.
Yeah, and you know, look, two different situations here. Coach Carolyn McCombs was the head coach of this George Washington team up until a couple of weeks ago, and now they have interim head coach and Coach Novak, and he is the man currently for George Washington, and as you see, he was able to get a win yesterday. So he's got a tough task on his hand, but he's got two real good guards, and Gabby Reynolds and the young lady from Neptune, New Jersey, Miss Michaela Andrews. They had a phenomenal game yesterday against Loyola Chicago. Then you look on the other side, and Tammy Reese will be ready to make things happen once again. She has been in the clutches here. She's made some deep runs here in the Atlantic 10. So Russ, what do you think this Rhode Island team has to do to not let the history repeat itself?
They got to shut down who's hot. Reynolds and Andrews, that combo is insanely talented. We just saw another combo. Speaking of guard combos and from last game from Duquesne. There's another one here for GW, but Rhode Island has to keep them off the scoreboard as much as possible, disrupt them, keep the hands in their face. That seems to be the theme of the tournament so far. The team that can be able to play as pesky of a defense as they possibly can would be the one that gets off to an early advantage.
Well, the game's about to start, so we're going to switch over to audio mode, so you'll hear us on the other side. Thank you all for tuning in. Starting lineups coming now. So with that being said, starting lineups for today. For the number 5 seed Rhode Island Rams, they got Sophie Phillips, who is an extremely good shooter of the basketball. She's not afraid to shoot the ball from 3, so be ready for that. Then you got Sophie Vital. Sophia Vital had a really good game against Richmond when I saw them play a couple of weeks ago. She can be very pesky, so it'll be a very interesting guard matchup, of course, against Reynolds and Engel. Then you got Hawa Kamara along with Anel Dutat, and then you've got Honey Carr. And Honey Carr will be in the middle. She leads this team in scoring with 12.2 points per game. On the Rhode Island side, who are you looking forward to seeing today?
Dutat. I just love that big presence down low that they have. She's a favorite of Lamont last year. Able to get a post-game interview with her, speaking a little French. A little insider info there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know Lamont real smooth with it. He talked a little French yesterday too on the broadcast, had it slicked out. Then of course, George Washington leading the way, the young freshman from Michigan, one of the best players out of Michigan last year, 6'1", Gabby Reynolds, averaging 10.7 points per game. I said it yesterday, she is going to be a star in the Atlantic 10 for years to come. Maxine Engel coming in at the 2 guard, starting at the small forward / 3 guard, if you want to say it that way. Michaela Andrews, 11.6 points per game. She led the team yesterday with 14 points, 9 rebounds in that contest. Sarah Lewis, who started off hot yesterday, she had a little struggles and then it kind of cooled off, but she got the Colonials, the old school. Revolutionaries off to a really good start in that one. She averages 7 points per game. And then the young lady in the middle, Paige Mott, who was very aggressive down low yesterday and gave Loyola Chicago a lot of trouble. Those are your starting lineups for today's matchup. Who do you look forward to seeing in the George Washington side of things.
I mean, is there anyone else besides Miss Andrews?
I mean, you know, I didn't think you would say anybody else, sir.
Come on, boss. Why are you asking me that question? You know what I'm looking for.
I mean, you know, I gotta be at least, you know, I had to at least give it a shot.
No, you didn't. You didn't. It's always gonna be New Jersey, boss. New Jersey all day.
If you guys don't know, my amazing colleague is from the great state of New Jersey.
The Garden State.
The Garden State.
The Garden State.
So they're officially announcing the starting lineups here now. And in that last matchup, when they took on each other just a couple of days ago, we saw Rhode Island fall at home 54-46 in that one. And, you know, it just seemed like Rhode Island couldn't pull it off in the end with tough, you know, play from Gabby Reynolds and Michaela Andrews. Just a really good job and able to get that victory over Rhode Island. Now, there's a lot of pressure on Rhode Island. Rhode Island came into this tournament last year as a higher ranked seed and made it all the way to the semifinals. This year, they're a little bit higher up on the list, coming in as a 5th seed. What, in your opinion, what changes when you come in a little bit higher than you were before?
I mean, for that one, if you're saying like lower seed than they were before, they're playing a little bit earlier. That extra couple day or two of rest can make a world of a difference, especially depending on how you finish the season. They're catching George Washington on a little bit of a limp because they've lost 4 of their last 5 games, and the only win they had was against that Rhode Island team. And they have a new coach or an interim coach now because the other one got let go, unfortunately. Best of luck to the previous coach, but now it's like, where do they go now? It's just horrible timing, of course, to change coaches and philosophies if they did at all. But just seeing how they rebound from that against George Washington, but Rhode Island themselves, just that mentality from being a higher seed to a lower seed next year, just it's postseason play. At this point, you just got to all let it go and just play your heart out.
Well, I'm interested to see how it all kind of unfolds here from the Henrico Sports and Events Center. The one thing about this George Washington, team is that they have 7 all-time Atlantic 10 championships. So the last one came in our very first time, doing this tournament as a network back in 2018 when they took on St. Joe's, and it was a heck of a tournament run by them then, and they came in as an 8 seed when Jennifer Capriati was the head coach. So it's been a little bit ago. So it's been about 7 years. But if anybody can make an upset today, and this could be the one that could be the upset.
It could, but I'm expecting a good game either way.
Exactly. And then you also have to watch out. We got a game after this where St. Louis takes on UMass. That'll be a fun one. Team Kennedy.
Looking forward to that one.
Team Kennedy will take on UMass, and that should be fun here in our 3rd matchup of the day. But game number 2 is about to get underway as the players are about to make their way to the floor. We'll see the UVA legend, Tammy Reese, try to lead her team back.
Speaking of fun coaches to watch, Tammy Reese is just a pleasure.
She's an amazing person. I'm a big fan. I'm not going to sit here and act like we're not a big fan. She's really good people. And that's the thing, a lot of the coaches in the Atlantic 10, but she is a really good person. She is a ball of energy. And she seems like she's the life of the party. If you want to go and hang out with somebody and just have a good time and have a good conversation, Coach Reese is that person.
Yes, for sure.
And not to forget, she was in, if you're a big basketball movie fan, she was in Love and Basketball as well, if I'm not mistaken, Joanna Man. So she's been in a couple of great movies, and that's right, she was Monica's teammate in Love and Basketball.
She was the one that got hurt, the senior that got hurt when Monica was the freshman coming in.
It was crazy stuff.
You forget that kind of stuff.
Oh my God.
Like, you are that cool.
You are that
how
cool
you are. But then it's like, I remember. You're that cool.
Just a very energetic coach.
Dapping up every member on the bench right now. And coach.
So I will say this about George Washington, a player that we're going to have to watch out for today, because in the 2 games that I've seen her play this year, she stepped up big. And that's Kamari Sims from Severn, Maryland. The sophomore guard has had to come in big in both of the games. I saw her play Richmond earlier this year when they gave Richmond all the trouble they possibly could give them. And then I seen her take on in the matchup yesterday. She played well. She had 13 points by the end of the game. So we'll see. Here we go. The tip was won by Rhode Island. Vital has the basketball. Give it over to Dutat. Now Sophie Phillips. Pull up from the elbow. Hits off the front of the rim and a rebound by Engel. So we got Rhode Island rocking the white uniforms with the powder blue trim. And then you have George Washington with the navy uniforms with the gold trim.
I mean, not to harp on Reynolds. Of course, she's from New Jersey, so I love it. But, like, the fact that she's a freshman and has come in and take control of this team like that, there's got to be something said about that one.
Yeah, it's going to be good to go. And here, all the way to the basket is Kamara.
Yeah.
And Rhode Island gets on the board first.
Engel just kind of looked like she was afraid of a backcourt and just, like, let her take that one.
2-0 early here for Rhode Island. The winner of this game will take on St. Joe's. St. Joe's, very tough basketball team here in the Atlantic 10. Led by Laura Ziegler. And now, here we go. Vital all the way. Oh, and she couldn't get it to go.
Almost. She is a little fireball, ain't she?
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you right now, Vital is as tough as they come. Last year in this tournament, she came in and gave tons of problems to people throughout the tournament. All the way to that championship game, unfortunately, when they came up a little short.
But she's back again to play. She ain't messing around now.
And so Vital will head to the line, 2-0 right now for Rhode Island. Vital, who is a 69% free throw shooter on the year. Might as well say 70, it's 69.8. She misses the first. Here's a second opportunity for Vital and knocks it down. 3-0. And an early substitution. We see Sims in early. Andrews, Neptune, New Jersey. 14 points in yesterday's game. She did amazing. Now Mott trying to get it to Reynolds, but guess who was there to take it away was Vital before a foul was called.
Dutat got called the foul.
And she got lucky. They got lucky because Vital was about to go off to the races. And she took off on that one.
Her energy is almost unmatched. Only Megan McConnell I've seen have more energy.
So Reynolds over to Lewis, down low to Mott. Mott tries to force it up, but Honey Carr is there to make the stop. Oh, that one goes flying over here towards, well, in our direction, just not us.
I think it's the St. Louis coaching staff over there.
Yeah, I don't want no parts. I'm getting beat up here.
Or St. Joseph's, my bad.
3-0 here from Henrico here in the Atlantic 10 Women's Tournament, 2025 edition. 3-0, Rhode Island has the ball. Vital swings it over to Phillips. Phillips shooting the jump shot from the A10 logo, goes over the rim and a rebound by Sims. George Washington band letting them hear it, and off the glass with the right hand is Kamari Sims.
Sims taking it coast to coast. She is just a big body forward that has the handles, because she looks like she's not afraid to post up down low, but she's not afraid to do what she just did, take the rebound coast to coast.
Vital with the floater doesn't go. Mott with the rebound. Mott coming off a good performance yesterday.
Miss Andrews.
Andrews working against Phillips. Spin move and the floater down for Michaela Andrews. Had a chance to talk to her in the post game yesterday, and just a great performance from Malika Andrews.
Graduate transfer from Lafayette.
4-3. Inside here to Kamara, and it's tipped away by Reynolds. And Sims diving on the ground. I believe that's going to be out on George Washington, but no, they might have been a foul.
Reynolds, yeah.
Couple of subs coming in for Rhode Island. Palmari Imbu coming in, along with number 30, DeBras. And there's DeBras coming in. And DeBras is another one who had a good tournament last year. The only person they're missing is Davis. Davis was the star in that tournament last year.
She was.
If they'd have won that tournament, she'd have been the MVP.
Oh, for sure.
Imbu with the rebound. DeBras up the floor.
I'm trying to remember who it was. Was it Addie Budnick was tournament MVP last year?
Yeah, Addie Budnick was the tournament MVP last year. She just was so clutch for Richmond throughout the tournament. 3 for Phillips, knocks it down.
Nice shot.
6-4. Rhode Island.
A little bit closer than the last game.
At least early anyway.
Yeah.
We'll take it. Reynolds. Over to Mott. Andrews over to Reynolds for 3. The young lady from Michigan knocks it down.
The 3 response. The true freshman.
It's a great shot there by Reynolds. And I've been telling people, I've watched her game. She is going to be a star in the A-10 for years to come. As with Gabby Reynolds, 6'1" guard. And she's just getting started. She's already averaging around 10 points a game. I feel like in the next couple of years, that's going to change a lot. As Lewis misses her layup. Reynolds floater. That one's short. Lewis gets the rebound, but Kamara's right there on top of her. I'm going to call over the back here, maybe.
Hopefully they get the right coach to go around Reynolds. And that might be Novak. They might just take the interim title away from him. Who knows? But
well, hey, look, it's a good start. You get a win in the tournament, especially with a team that struggled the last couple of years to kind of get things going under McCombs. If Novak can if he wins here, you know, I can't see why they don't give it another shot, especially if he's connecting with the players.
Yeah, I hope they do, because they struggled coming down the line. We told you they lost 4 of their last 5.
Dutot working against Sims.
But they only won 3 games in February.
And they're a young team. I mean, they do have a lot of young pieces on this team. I'm just intrigued to see where they can go from here. Dutot with the finger roll.
With the hard defense.
And it's going to go the other way. I'm not going to lie to you. Dutot looks so tall from here. The way she drove to the basket, I'm like, man, look at the length. She's almost touching the rim.
She is like long limbs. She's going to use, I hope she used her length right, too. Because she's got long limbs, so she'll be able to take over a game if she wants to.
Well, we sit here, ladies and gentlemen, at the media timeout with the score 7-6. George Washington up early over Rhode Island. We'll be back here on the Legacy Maker Sports Network with a little more Atlantic 10 tournament coverage. Big Jack's Cooking with Orlon Big Jack Jackson. They specialize in Southern comfort food. Orlon told us one time in a broadcast, if it's comfortable, they'll cook it. So if you're looking for amazing Southern comfort food, reach out to Big Jack's Cooking at 8830 Otterburn Road, Amelia, Virginia, 23002, or by phone at 804-405-0330. You can also email Big Jack at bigjackscooking@gmail.com. Last but not least, Quality Exterior Services, LLC. Our services: lawn maintenance, gutter cleaning, pressure washing, flower bed maintenance, yard cleanup, and much more. We are licensed and insured commercially and residential. About us: services also include basic gardening tasks such as planting perennials, annuals, shrubs, and trees, lawn and garden maintenance services such as mowing, trimming, and pruning. We service the areas of Amelia, Blackstone, Chesterfield, Farmville, and all of the surrounding counties. So you can reach us at 591-6027. And remember, at Quality Exterior Services, LLC, your yard is our priority. And while you're surfing the web, why don't you head on over to the Legacy Makers Sports Network's social media pages and website. You can reach our website at www.legacymakersports.com. You can reach us on our Facebook page at Legacy Makers Sports Network, on Twitter at Legacy Maker SPN. We also know that is X. And on Instagram at Legacy Makers Sports, YouTube at Legacy Makers Sports, LinkedIn at Legacy Maker Sports Network, and on TikTok at Legacy Maker Sports. So go out there, give us a like and a subscribe, and follow us on our social media pages. All right, ladies and gentlemen, back here after the media timeout, 4:45 left here in the first quarter, and Gabby Reynolds will take it up the floor here for the Revolutionaries. Lewis will give it off to Andrews. Andrews over to Lewis, back to Reynolds. Reynolds pump fakes, pulls the jumper from the free throw line, and it's no good, and a rebound there by Katie Ledden. And the foul called against George Washington. It'll be Rhode Island basketball. So now in the game is Felipa Callisto. And I'm going to tell you right now, she is a tough competitor. 6-foot junior from Mozambique. Driving in the lane, tough one there, blocks. I'm going to tell you right now, she is the X factor for George Washington. I will continue to tell you throughout this one, she has played extremely well in every game that I've had an opportunity to see this young lady play.
She is an intimidating force. She's not afraid. She keeps like just a straight face, not intimidated by anything.
Dutot trying to work around Sims. That's a tough shot by Dutot. Anel Dutot to give Rhode Island the lead.
On cue, someone goes against Sims right there.
The broadcaster jinx, man. Every time you say something, you're like, okay, I got it. 8-7, Lewis will hand it off to Sims. Sims driving against Ladden. Andrews knocks down the three.
Kick out three, good shot.
Jersey in the building.
Hell yeah.
10-8. George Washington up early here over Rhode Island. Haven't seen a big seed. This is the highest seed we've seen so far, Rhode Island in the 5th seed. And it's taken away by Andrews. Now Andrews on the move.
She just stole that from her.
Andrews working around, puts it up, and for two.
There we go.
And this is what I was saying yesterday. The guard play of Andrews and Reynolds will be critical for George Washington. They're both 6 foot tall, and they play extremely well defense, extremely good defense.
Reynolds has got to stay out of trouble.
Honey Carr, the bank is open at all hours.
Of course. Reynolds has got to stay out of trouble, though. She's already on the bench with 2 fouls.
Honey, the 6'4" senior from Punjabi, India. Know some other people from Punjabi, India?
The great Kali.
12-11, George Washington up. Spin move. Sims finds Mott, looks for Lewis at the top of the key. Now she drives inside, takes a little contact.
Little bump. She's looking for the
Ledden.
and one.
So Katie Ledden is called for the foul. The young lady from Clark, New Jersey.
Yep. I knew there was another one. There's another person from New Jersey on the GW squad, too.
He not biased towards Jersey, y'all. I promise.
100% I am. 100%.
The most honest answer you'll ever get.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And Lewis heading to the free throw line. Sarah Lewis, the freshman from Atlanta, Georgia, 6'1". And that's what I like about this George Washington team. You got Miriam Diallo from Germany, who's also a freshman. She's 6'1". Sarah Lewis from Atlanta, a freshman, 6'1". And they got Parnell, who from Galax, Virginia, 6'3". She played a little bit later in the game yesterday. Sims is a sophomore. So they have pieces that are young and really will contribute on this team.
You have to mention Reynolds because she's a freshman
And,
too.
and Reynolds, so they've got a core here. The tot for three. Rolls off the rim, Mott with the rebound.
I'm going to need them to stop passing in this corner.
Hey, look, I'm just ready just in case.
You protecting us both, boss.
I'm doing the best I can. Lewis driving, kicks out to Callisto. Callisto being guarded by Vital. Lewis for the three. Knocks it down. 16-11. And what a start by GW. Same score we had in the game last night for LaSalle and VCU, where they just stuck at 16-11 for like 80 minutes. I don't know if that's going to be the case this time. Both teams are playing well early. Minute 15 left. DeBras kicks it out there to Dutot, and it's short. Mott with the rebound.
Mott is hustling for the rebounds down low, that's for sure.
Mott's gotten off to a really good start here.
Her fourth rebound already.
And, you know, she played so well yesterday for this team.
And, I mean, you got to mention the fact that GW is getting off hot from beyond the line, too. They made their first three shots from beyond deep. So they're getting pretty hot there, too, as well.
Yeah, I mean, and, you know, in yesterday's performance, we saw Mott pull in 8 points with 8 rebounds and 3 assists.
And it's crazy because, like, GW, unfortunately, is one of the bottom three-point shooters in the Atlantic 10. But they're coming out making them today.
There's a jump shot by Honey Carr. Sweet.
Good up and over.
That jump shot was sweet as honey, ladies and gentlemen.
I like that.
16-13. GW still up, 40 seconds left here in the first. We got a good one on our hands early. Lewis driving to the basket against Dutot off the glass.
Good, hard
takes
basket.
the contact and puts it in for 2.
Dutot had good defense. Lewis just fought right through it.
18-13.
This is a good game so far.
So Vital, Callisto working against her. Nice pick there by Kamara. Now Honey Carr on the wing over to Phillips. 12 seconds left on the shot clock. Don't be fooled by the band. Vital inside to Kamara. That one, nothing but glass. Rebound by Vital.
Good tip out.
Phillips, 3 off the back of the rim. A battle down low. Dutot gets it and it decides to go in. Up in the air, takes a weird bounce and it said, into the basket for 2. And a 3-point opportunity with 0.1 seconds on the clock.
Not gonna lie, I was looking right at Coach Reese to see how her reaction to that basket was. As soon as I saw that go, I was like, where's Coach Reese?
I need answers, I need them now. And Dutot knocks it down.
Good stuff.
So it's a 2-point game. A nice shot there by Dutot. Good effort. She's got 5 points leading the way along with Honey Carr so far to get this started. And Dutot knocking down her free throws. She's pretty much an 80% free throw shooter right at the cusp there. 78% on the season. So we head into the second quarter with the score. GW up by 2, 18-16 over Rhode Island. We'll be back in just a second here on the Legacy Maker Sports Network. Today's broadcast is being brought to you by Crossroads Community Services Board. Crossroads is having their Children's Mental Health Awareness Day, Saturday, May the 3rd, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Tom Scott Park in Amelia, Virginia. That's 16441 Five Forks Road, Amelia, Virginia, 23002. This will be a day filled with free family fun, bouncy houses, face painting, popcorn, and games, plus resources for parents and much, much more. Food vendors will also be available, and the first 150 guests will receive a free meal. So make sure you come out and support the Children's Mental Health Awareness Day from Crossroads Community Services Board. Crossroads Community Services Board is one of 39 Virginia Community Services Boards Crossroads offers community resources for mental health, developmental disability services, substance use disorder counseling, drug prevention programs, family therapists, and much more. Crossroads services the counties of Amelia, Buckingham, Charlotte, Cumberland, Lunenburg, Nottoway, and Prince Edward counties in Virginia. If you would like to reach out to the administrative services, you can reach them by mail at 60 Bush River Drive, Farmville, Virginia, 23901, or by phone at 434-392-3187. They're open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Also, their national line is 866-307-0370. Any emergency services 24/7 is 800-548-1688. And if you need to reach out to the National Suicide Crisis Line, just dial pound 988. Legacy Financial Wellness with Rita Stewart. Let Rita help you safeguard your family's future while you focus on living your best life. Discover the peace of mind that comes with having the right financial plan in place. Rita Stewart is a dedicated and experienced financial professional ready to guide you on your financial journey. Her expertise lies in helping clients create a robust and enduring financial foundation to build on into the future. Back here from the Henrico Sports and Event Center here in Henrico, Virginia. Second quarter underway as GW holds the early 18-16 lead as Vital's three rattles out. GW with the rebound. Up the floor, Andrews over the angle. Inside to Mott. Mott trying to force her way through for the points, but can't get it to go. Dutot up to Vital. Back to Dutot. Dutot driving along the baseline, decides to pull it back out. And now Vital has control of her versus Andrews. Kamara looking to set that pick. Back to Dutot, inside to Kamara. Kamara gets double teamed by Engel and Sims, and it goes out of bounds. And GW basketball.
Just moving one way, ball pass going the other way. A little bit of confusion between teammates.
Good one early here in this one.
Interesting to note is how long are they going to keep Reynolds out of the game right now with those two fouls?
Looking off the glass, and Sims puts it in for two.
Getting her shot right there. Not even a question. He's bagging down the defender down in the post. And then on the perimeter, guarding Vital.
Here's 20-16.
Swiping. Rhode Island had the rebound, but GW just swiped it right under the basket. Uh-oh. Miss Andrews, trying, and second one no good.
So 20-16, here comes Vital up the floor, 7 minutes and 47 seconds.
Ooh.
Honey Carr, well, we've got a charging foul as Kalisto able to get the feet set, and Vital is going to get called for the charging foul. Vital had the move on her, got past Andrews, but Kalisto was right there to take the charge. Now, Sims using her body strength to force her way down low, but the top gets the block. Honey Carr will get the rebound.
Sims does a good dribble down low there for a second. Just lost control.
So, once again, George Washington taking advantage.
Sitting in front of these bands has been pretty fun.
Yeah, the bands have said some very interesting things behind us during this broadcast. Sometimes I have to like laugh just to because it's some funny stuff. I think before the game we heard the George Washington band say, the band director screamed, he said, "Hey, just to let everybody know, there is no smoking around the building except for when we're on the court." And then they went into the song. I'm like, that's interesting, but I love it.
Yeah, man.
20-16 here in the second quarter. 7 minutes left here in the first half. Callisto
Lost handle.
going up against Ayanna Franks, who is in the contest now for Rhode Island. And so got Phillips, DeTott, DeBras, Carr, and Franks in for Rhode Island. And then Diallo and Andrews for three off the paint. Michaela Andrews knocks the three down. They're up by 7. Oh, she's feeling it.
Oh, she's good. I know that. That's Jersey right there. I know that.
This man is smiling like a proud father.
Yes, I am.
Driving DeBras off the glass, and it couldn't find a way in. But on the floor for George Washington, his angle.
I say we interview her regardless.
Diallo along with Sims. It looks like we also have Callisto on the floor for GW.
This band is screaming something fierce. Like they are screaming, yeah. Bang, 2 for 2 on the free throws. Gotta love it.
So 23-18. 5-point lead right now for GW. Sims trying to bring it up the floor. DeTott and Phillips is harassing Sims before she can get across the half-court line. Andrews over the angle. Andrews looking inside and is taken away by Phillips.
Bad pass.
DeBras all the way in, and it almost fell. Little baby hook by DeBras.
Nice try though. Gotta love the tenacity to go for a shot like that.
And the first free throw goes in for DeBras. 4-point game. And right now, DeBras shooting 76% from the free throw line this season.
Ooh. Didn't matter, but DeTott just did a really good move to get under the basket ready for the rebound. Moving the ball up for a quick. Andrews under the basket, found angle, no good. And she's swarm.
So 23-20, as George Washington holding on tight to the early lead in this one. We knew we were going to get a competitive matchup. We've seen these two teams face off just a couple of days ago. George Washington got that 54-46 win in Rhode Island. Andrews driving on the left side, uses the body contact, and it rolled off the right. And Diallo fighting with Kamara and DeTott down low, trying to get the ball. And
they called that G-Dub.
And I believe, yeah, so G-Dub will get the basketball, but you can see DeBras pleading the case for Rhode Island. She's like, that hard ball. Diallo. Off the angle. Driving inside, Callisto, and it's blocked.
Nope.
Franks with the block.
Still no Reynolds in this second quarter. Like, she's still over there on the bench. Like, that's still a little shocking to me.
Yeah, I mean, right now, Reynolds, she does have 2 personals, but they're playing well enough. I don't think they need her just yet. And those 2 personal fouls have hurt her early. Lewis also has 2 fouls, so she's sitting on the bench. Engel has 2 fouls, but they're letting her play right now.
And some key players in some early foul trouble.
But here's the good thing for George Washington. They have a little depth where, you know, a Callisto or Sims can come in and handle business. Diallo as well. So they're okay at the moment.
Sims has been in here since maybe the second minute of the game.
Lewis got into foul trouble early, and Dutot trying to get the offensive rebound. She's fighting hard down there, but what a great job by Diallo.
Body's hitting the floor.
Excuse me, Diallo.
Play.
And now Engel, quick control, swings it across court to Sims, almost lost it. Sims inside to Diallo. Diallo working against Kamara, and we've got a contact foul there on Kamara. (23-20). As we hit the media timeout here in the second quarter, George Washington up 23-20 over Rhode Island. We got a tight one here in our second matchup of the day. Still got 2 more after this one, but in our second matchup, GW has a early 23-20 lead. We'll be back here with more on the Legacy Maker Sports Network. So you can reach out to Rita Stewart by phone at 804-677-7555, on Instagram at Money Matters NT, on the World Wide Web at LegacyFinancialWellness.com, on Facebook at Legacy Financial Wellness, or at her personal email at rita.stewart@5ringsfinancial.com. Legendary Culture Films, one of the hottest and upcoming movie production companies, would like to let you know about a couple movies that they have out currently, and one of them on the way. First, the movie Black Sheep, currently airing on Tubi, is about a young hustler trying to make the transition from the streets, becomes an outcast and the target, and it turns into war in the city. It is a great movie. If you want to catch it, it's on Tubi right now. Another great movie that's coming to Tubi soon, Legend Has It. It's about a young warlock seeking revenge on his mother's killers, an action-packed thriller that will have you out of your seats. Legend Has It is coming soon from Legendary Culture Films. And a new movie in development, Boys in the Woods. That should be a very interesting one coming from Legendary Culture Films. Bernard's Towing. If you find yourself in a jam and need help getting your vehicle out of a tough situation, Bernard's Towing is there to help you get your car where you need it to be. Remember, call us once and be hooked. You can contact Bernard's Towing at 804-380-2774 or at 804-495-5111. All right, back here at the Henrico Sports and Event Center here in beautiful Henrico County, Virginia. A-10 women's basketball tournament underway. Everybody fighting for that automatic bid into the NCAA tournament. We're going to have a great weekend of basketball. We're only on day 2, and so far we've had a couple of solid games. We've got another good one going on here between George Washington and Rhode Island. Oh, look at that move by Reynolds. Sims for 3. Man, I'm going to tell you what. That could have been brutal.
That was a crossover right there that would have put you on TikTok.
Sometimes you said Saved by the Bell. It might have been Saved by the Horn there. 23-20. Phillips thinks about it, pulls off the front of the rim, misses. Reynolds all the way to the basket, off the glass for two, and the Michigan star showing up big for George Washington. (25-20). As Kamara with the nice turnaround jumper makes it a three-point game again, 25-22. Mott getting double teamed immediately, Dutat and Kamara, and it's stolen by DeBras. 1 point game.
She thought Andrews was there. Just bad pass. And Andrews moved.
Coach Novak is heated on the sideline. Sims driving to the basket, there's some contact. He's trying to get the ladies out of a tough situation there. And so Kamari Sims will head to the line here. Sims, 4 points on the day. 2 for 5 from the field. She's a 50% free throw shooter.
It's not great.
It's tough. We've seen we run into a lot of teams that have struggled to shoot the free throw here early. But you know, when this is the bottom part of the conference, though, so you're going to see that. Mott fighting and almost fell in the and Coach Novak did not like that call. They're going to say it stays with Rhode Island. And Mott was over there fighting for her life to keep that ball in. And now Vital will have it. 25-24. Vital over to DeBras. DeBras kicks it out to Dutat. Dutat trying to get inside, and Reynolds with a great effort.
Nice.
Knocked the ball away, tried to retrieve it, but out of bounds. They're going to say out of bounds on Rhode Island.
Hey, take it. That's a turnover.
So good job there by Reynolds. Sims trying to get up the floor, but she's being harassed by the Rams front court. Mbu and DeBras. And that's going to go to Rhode Island. Honey Carr making her way back into the game for Dutat. A lot of international flavor on this Rhode Island team. We've got Finland, France, India. They got 5 people from France on this team. And then they've got Canada. So Canada, France, Finland. And they also have India. But they've got 1, 2, 3, they got 5 people from France on this team. (25-24). Reynolds going up against Vital. There's a definite size advantage, and she tried to take advantage of it, but the ball wouldn't fall. Up the floor, DeBras looking to give Rhode Island the lead. Goes all the way to the block. Kicks it out to Mbu. Mbu to Kamara for the lead. No, Mbu gets the rebound. Her opportunity will give the Rams the lead. It's been a while since the Rams have had the lead. (26-25). Andrews all the way off the glass. That might have been too easy for Andrews. Reynolds kicks it back to Andrews. Knocks it down. I think she drove into the lane. And, you know, sometimes it's like, oh, it looked like I got an open spot. And so driving to the basket didn't work out for her, but Reynolds got the rebound and kicked it back out to Andrews, and she knocks down the jumper. Andrews, 10 points so far, 4 for 8 from the field. 12 points so far, 5 from 9 from the field, and with two 3-pointers on the day and 2 rebounds. So great start from Malika Andrews. Michaela Andrews. Great start so far for her, giving George Washington a 27-26 lead right now.
Not as comfy of a lead as the last game.
No, not at all. We've had 7 lead changes in this one. (27-26). Mbu will kick it out to DeBras. DeBras ran into a wall over there. And a 3 by Vital, no good. Callisto had a hand on it, couldn't bring it in.
Nope.
And Carr will kick it back out to DeBras. DeBras driving inside and then kicks it to Vital for the lead. Sophia Vital knocks down a big 3 to give Rhode Island a 2-point lead. 29-27, 45 seconds left. Sims, her 3 opportunity goes to the wayside, and then we have Mbu and Callisto battling down there. Callisto didn't like the call, and she was getting a little chirpy with the ref down there before her teammates pulled her away.
Gotta be careful there.
Yeah,
that's the last person you want to yell at.
No, don't want that. you don't want that. (29-27). Slow dribble here as DeBras swinging out the Vital. Back to DeBras, 22 seconds, 10 seconds on that shot clock. Carr being guarded by Sims, good job by Sims. Oh, and right in the mouth there for DeBras. I think she might have ran into an elbow there by Sims. I don't think it was intentional. She just kind of ran into it, and she's bleeding. She's bleeding well.
Yikes.
Oh boy. I don't think we're going to get an instant replay of it, but she took a shot. I think it was just off the pick, and like I said, didn't look intentional. Sims was trying to get around the pick, and then she ran into a Sims elbow. Ma didn't like what she saw at all. And then you can hear Ma say, ooh. She didn't like it. And they're checking in on her, but her nose is bleeding a lot. You can see a ton of blood on that towel. Hope she's okay.
Just got popped pretty good in the face. That's just unfortunate.
And so while they're trying to figure all that out, I think there's a little blood on the floor, so they may be trying to get that up. If it is, it's gone because I don't see it. No, there's a little bit. Sanitized. My man coming in the clutch with the sanitizer. Give that guy the MVP. So he gonna dump the whole bottle on there. It's not enough. 29-27. Here with 14 seconds left in the first half in our second game. Russ, what are you loving about what we've seen so far?
It's definitely a closer game. GW looks like they came out ready to go. They're being pretty efficient. Shooting 40% right now, 66 from beyond the yard. Well, Rhode Island's not giving it to them. They're not shooting as well, but they're making what they need to as far as buckets.
7 seconds. Vital pull up to Kamara, and she misses it. There's a battle. 1 second on the clock. And Engel will hold her. And they'll send us into halftime. We got a battle on our hands here at the half. Rhode Island had to fight back, but they do have a 2-point lead heading into the half. What a fun one we've had so far here in our second matchup of the day. Rhode Island and George Washington. Well, once again, everybody, We'd like to thank you all for tuning in to our Legacy Maker Sports audio broadcast. Did you see Darrell? It's audio, but we can see you. Yes, this is the visual part of our broadcast. Of course, myself, Darrell Owens, alongside Russ Taliaferro. Russ, we've seen a very, very intense, competitive game so far between these two teams. And we talked earlier about how these two teams just faced each other last week. So this is still kind of a fresh thing going between these two teams. George Washington started off really well. We're able to kind of get the lead early, get things going early. And then we saw Rhode Island kind of battle back slowly to finish up the half with a 29-27 lead.
Yeah, George, they came out pretty good. Miss Andrews, what can I say about her? She came, and that first half was great for her. 5 from 9 from the field, 2 for 2 from deep. Overall, like I said, right before we went to break, they are shooting 40% from the field. Overall, with 66 from deep from beyond the arc. So they're coming out being efficient, making the shots that they need to make. They're just not stopping Rhode Island just enough so Rhode Island gets their shots. They're not making the quality of shots. Rhode Island's had to take more shots to get more points, but their percentage is that wise. It's just not the greatest. But it's a dogfight, and I love it. I love every minute of it.
I mean, last game, it was kind of like it just got out of hand early. Duquesne was able to run Fordham out of the building, but we're not getting that here in game number 2. And so far, leading the way for Rhode Island, and it's been a nice, distribution of points here. So Honey Carr has 5 points, along with Dutot also having 5. DeBras actually leads the way with 6 points. Vital and Kamara both have 4. Phillips has 3, and Mbu has 2 right now for Rhode Island. So everybody that's been in the game except for Ledden has scored for Rhode Island. So that's a really good job there by the Rams. On the George Washington front, it's all about Michaela Andrews. 12 points on the day, 5 for 9 from the field, 2 for 2 from the three-point line. She's got 2 rebounds on the day in 20 minutes of play, so she hasn't left the floor yet, and she's done a phenomenal job for George Washington. Reynolds, the star point guard from Michigan, had 5 points, 2 for 5 from the field, 2 rebounds and an assist. She got in a little foul trouble early, so she had to sit down for a little bit of period of time. Kamara Sims has 4, and Sarah Lewis has 6, and those are the only 4 players that have scored so far for George Washington. And so, with that being said, we've seen a nice battle. Both teams are tied at the rebound in front, so rebounds have been right there. Points in the paint, 12 apiece. So it's been a really close battle, like you said. Points off of turnovers, only 2 points off. There's nobody really dominating a point except for second chance points, where we see Rhode Island is 10 second chance points to 2 second chance points.
Well, I mean, when you're shooting as good as GW is, you don't need second chance points. So there have been less opportunities for those going around. So that's why I would say that's so typically, not typically, it's so heavily in the favor of Rhode Island. But then you look at it as well, a random stat, 8 lead changes so far. That's the epitome of a back and forth game right now, because they're going back and forth, battling it out to see who can go do it. And I think Rhode Island is doing a good job of what I said before pregame. They're forgetting what happened last Saturday. They forgot that they played GW already, and they come out here ready to play a new game. Just wish, of course, they were a little more efficient.
And that's how you have to approach it. You have to hey, that was Saturday. We're sitting here on Thursday now, trying to get a win and move on to face a very tough St. Joseph team tomorrow. So right now, both teams just, figuring, still kind of getting into it here. It's been a nice battle so far. The one thing I think George Washington has to improve on, and your favorite thing, is free throw percentage. They're shooting 16% right now, 1 for 6 from the free throw line. And you're making those shots, guess what? You're leading heading into the half.
They do. I'd also say they have to keep their key players out of foul trouble. Andrews being out almost like 3/4 of that second quarter affected what they could have done because of her 2 fouls in the first quarter. Lewis has 2 fouls. Engel has 2 fouls. There's at least 2 starters right there with in foul trouble already. Yeah. They got to keep that clean off that PF board. But other than that, of course, the free throws definitely need to be improved too.
Well, we're going to see how it goes. We got 10 minutes before we're back to bring you the second half of action here on the Legacy Maker Sports Network. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be back at the end of the game visually, so you can see us as we give our post game. And of course, we'll talk to a player off of the winning team. But until then, we'll see you back in 10 minutes to bring you the rest of the broadcast. Today's broadcast is being brought to you by Crossroads Community Services Board. Crossroads is having their Children's Mental Health Awareness Day, Saturday, May the 3rd, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Tom Scott Park in Amelia, Virginia. That's 16441 Five Forks Road, Amelia, Virginia, 23002. This will be a day filled with free family fun, bouncy houses, face painting, popcorn, and games, plus resources for parents and much, much more. Food vendors will also be available, and the first 150 guests will receive a free meal. So make sure you come out and support the Children's Mental Health Awareness Day from Crossroads Community Services Board. Crossroads Community Services Board is one of 39 Virginia Community Services Boards. Crossroads offers community resources for mental health, developmental disability services, substance use disorder counseling, drug prevention programs, family therapists, and much more. Crossroads services the counties of Amelia, Buckingham, Charlotte, Cumberland, Lunenburg, Nottoway, and Prince Edward counties in Virginia. If you would like to reach out to the administrative services, you can reach them by mail at 60 Bush River Drive, Farmville, Virginia, 23901, or by phone at 434-392-3187. They're open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Also, their national line is 866-307-0370. Any emergency services 24/7 is 800-548-1688. And if you need to reach out to the National Suicide Crisis Line, just dial pound 988. Legacy Financial Wellness with Rita Stewart. Let Rita help you safeguard your family's future while you focus on living your best life. Discover the peace of mind that comes with having the right financial plan in place. Rita Stewart is a dedicated and experienced financial professional ready to guide you on your financial journey. Her expertise lies in helping clients create a robust and enduring financial foundation to build on into the future. So you can reach out to Rita Stewart by phone at 804-677-7555, on Instagram at Money Matters NT, on the World Wide Web at LegacyFinancialWellness.com, on Facebook at Legacy Financial Wellness, or at her personal email at rita.stewart@5ringsfinancial.com. Legendary Culture Films, one of the hottest and upcoming movie production companies, would like to let you know about a couple movies that they have out currently, and one of them on the way. First, the movie Black Sheep, currently airing on Tubi, is about a young hustler trying to make the transition from the streets, becomes an outcast and the target, and it turns into war in the city. It is a great movie. If you want to catch it, it's on Tubi right now. Another great movie that's coming to Tubi soon, Legend Has It. It's about a young warlock seeking revenge on his mother's killers, an action-packed thriller that will have you out of your seats. Legend Has It is coming soon from Legendary Culture Films. And a new movie in development, Boys in the Woods. That should be a very interesting one coming from Legendary Culture Films. Bernard's Towing. If you find yourself in a jam and need help getting your vehicle out of a tough situation, Bernard's Towing is there to help you get your car where you need it to be. Remember, call us once and be hooked. You can contact Bernard's Towing at 804-380-2774 or at 804-495-5111. Dream Clean LLC with Darrell Jones. They do commercial, residential, move-in/move out, post-construction, and organizational services. You can reach us at 804-933-5314. And remember, you can get a Dream Clean with the Dream Team. Dream Clean LLC. Big Jack's Cooking with Orlon Big Jack Jackson. They specialize in Southern comfort food. Orlon told us one time in a broadcast, if it's comfortable, they'll cook it. So if you're looking for amazing Southern comfort food, reach out to Big Jack's Cooking at 883. Otterburn Road, Amelia, Virginia, 23002, or by phone at 804-405-0330. You can also email Big Jack at bigjackscooking@gmail.com. Last but not least, Quality Exterior Services, LLC. Our services: lawn maintenance, gutter cleaning, pressure washing, flower bed maintenance, yard cleanup, and much more. We are licensed and insured commercially and residential. About us, services also include basic gardening tasks such as planting perennials, annuals, shrubs, and trees, lawn and garden maintenance services such as mowing, trimming, and pruning. We service the areas of Amelia, Blackstone, Chesterfield, Farmville, and all of the surrounding counties. So you can reach us at 804-591-6027. And remember, at Quality Exterior Services, LLC, your yard is our priority. And while you're surfing the web, why don't you head on over to the Legacy Makers Sports Network's social media pages and website. You can reach our website at www.legacymakersports.com. You can reach us on our Facebook page at Legacy Makers Sports Network, on Twitter at Legacy Maker SPN. We also know that is X. And on Instagram at Legacy Maker Sports, YouTube at Legacy Maker Sports, LinkedIn at Legacy Maker Sports Network, and on TikTok at Legacy Maker Sports. So go out there, give us a like and a subscribe, and follow us on our social media pages. Halftime is almost over as we are back here at the Henrico Sports and Event Center in beautiful Henrico, Virginia, as we are in our second game of the day here on the Legacy Maker Sports Network, as we bring you all of the Atlantic 10 Women's Conference Tournament games. And we are currently working on game number 5 for us out of 14. There's 9 to go. Yesterday when we said it was like 12, it's like, okay, we're creeping up there. But we are bringing you game number 5 so far in our broadcast. And we got the number 12 seed George Washington Revolutionaries taking on the number 5 seed Rhode Island Rams. Right now, Rhode Island has a 2-point lead heading into the second half. What do you expect to see here in the second half, Russ?
I would hope to see the same efficiency from GW. Reynolds, of course, missed a lot of that second quarter. See how she can kind of make her impact known because she's starting this second half out on the floor. Andrews, see if she continue what she's done in the first half because she dominated. But seeing how Rhode Island kind of answers back to that, see if they can extend their lead and hold on to it.
Well, now George Washington is on our side of the court, so we'll be able to get a little bit of a better insight on what George Washington has going on. We had Rhode Island in the first half. Now we got George Washington as Mott tried to do a hook, but Honey Carr, great defense there. We'll see Rhode Island get the rebound and bring it up the court. Vital being guarded by Reynolds. Rhode Island with the 2-point lead, 29-27. Phillips looking inside to Honey Carr, who, when you look at Honey Carr, long and athletic and talented, averaging 12.2 points a game, and she takes the foul there.
They run a lot of picks when she's in the game, but the way it works, she uses her size pretty well down low. So I'd like to see what they can do with her.
Honey Carr has, like, if you look at her, she has a WNBA frame. Tall, lanky, 6'4". Definitely going to have a career as a professional basketball player after. Well, I mean, technically professional, you know how the NIL works, but definitely will have a career.
As long as she wants to play basketball, she definitely has a spot in the sport for it.
Yep.
Someone will make room for her.
So she knocks down the first. Honey Carr, who shoots 85% from the free throw line, knocks down both. Not too bad, not too shabby. 4-point lead for Rhode Island. So now Andrews, Reynolds, and the crew try to get back the lead as Carr is back in the game, and Vital takes it away. The strip search.
Tough pressure. Ooh.
Great pass to Kamara, but she smartly pushes it back out. She knew she was in trouble. Carr will kick it over to Phillips, who drives with the right hand. It rolls off the front of the rim. And now we got a scramble. Kamara puts it in. No, she can't get it to go. 3 opportunities there by Rhode Island, and they can't capitalize. Oh, man, that's going to be an offensive foul.
Yeah, I think that was a screen foul.
Yeah, she, if you watch Reynolds twice with the forearm.
Well, I mean, Mott looks like she kind of stepped in and tripped her up.
Oh, okay. And it didn't help. I think Reynolds tried to use a little bit of that forearm to the advantage, and Mott didn't call for the foul there from the trip. 31-27.
Rhode Island missing 2 good shots down low. That's just, that's unexcusable.
With your George Washington, you have to take advantage when you get a rebound like that. But only down by 4. Phillips, pump fakes, drives inside, kicks out to Dutot for 3. Her 3 does not go. Andrews with the rebound.
Let's see if D-Dub looks to push the pace a little bit.
Andrews dribbling towards the top. Give it over to Lewis. Lewis to Reynolds on the wing. Mott on the elbow. Back to Reynolds, who looks inside to Andrews, and a great save by Dutot. And here come the Rams.
Not the greatest pass idea, unfortunately.
Phillips. George Washington have to be careful here. Kamara in the miss. Reynolds up the floor here for the Revolutionaries. Andrews. Over to Lewis. Now the Reynolds on the wing. Down low to Mott, battling against Carr. It's been a fun, interesting battle between these two, and somehow Mott is able to still get it up. And a foul call on Carr. And so that will be Carr's second personal foul here. Mbu will come in for Kamara. Mbu, who is every bit of 6'1".
Sims is back in for GW too.
And Sims will bring that physical presence down low for GW. And Paige Mott cannot get that one to go. Chimay goes 1 for 2. 31-28, 7 minutes and 18 seconds left here in this second quarter. Phillips with the give off to Vital, back to Phillips, inside to Carr. Carr working against Mott. Using her strength there, but it could not go. It just rolls off the side, and Sims will get the rebound. Kamari Sims up the floor. Over to Lewis. Back to Sims. Sims working against Mbu. With the left off the glass for Kamari Sims.
Nice. Making an immediate impact when she comes in the game. I like it.
The sophomore once again coming through for GW. Mbu trying to go and is blocked by Mott. Here's Reynolds.
Only if they had enough time for Reynolds and Andrews to do more years together. That'd be a beautiful thing to see down the line. But at the same time, Reynolds' development is going to be nice to watch too.
The miss there. Rhode Island taking advantage. Carr they had Carr ahead of schedule there, but it's knocked away.
Nah.
Andrews was like, no, we're not doing that.
Seems like, change your mind right now.
We're not going to let that happen.
Not in my house.
And Vital was rolling up the court. She saw Carr, but they was like, well, we're not going to let that happen. Andrews poking the ball away.
Vital's got good vision, too. Like I said, she is a little fireball. You don't think you get much out of someone that size, but you get absolutely every drop of energy she has.
Now, Carr knocks down another one. 85% free throw shooter.
This GW band, though, is crazy. They sat us right in front of these maniacs. They're going crazy.
And another opportunity here for Carr. Knocks it down. Carr now 4 for 4 from the free throw line in this one.
Nice to see a big with who's shooting 86% from free throw on the season. Gotta love that.
Absolutely love it. 33 to 30.
Reynolds got that ghetto dribble right there.
Reynolds. Over to Andrews. Andrews to Diallo. Diallo over to Reynolds. Reynolds driving inside against Carr. Blocked.
Nope.
Carr wouldn't let it go. Diallo had an opportunity and it didn't go. Andrews 3. That one goes out. And now it's taken by Vital. 3-point lead for Rhode Island. DeBras back in the game. Oh, tried to get it in there. Carr got the rebound, but now we got a battle between Dutat and Lewis. And Lewis just runs off because she's like, we got the ball. And then you see Dutat, who's been all over the floor today. She's taking a lot of hits.
Making a hustle plays.
Yep.
But you need someone like that on your team for sure. May not show up on the scorer's table all the time, but those hustle plays mean everything to the team.
Reynolds, nice crossover move on Vital. Sims for 3. Got it. Silky. Kamari Sims. Tied up at 33
Kamari
apiece.
Killer Sims.
5 minutes and 6 seconds left. That she has a really nice jump shot. It is clean.
The killer Kamari Sims.
Dutat's jumper no good. Is a battle for a rebound. Franks and Lewis.
I think Franks got called for over the top there.
So with 4:55, looks like the media timeout may be coming our way. We got a tie ball game here. 4 minutes and 55 seconds left in the third quarter. Rhode Island, George Washington tied up at 33 apiece. Today's broadcast is being brought to you by Crossroads Community Services Board. Crossroads is having their Children's Mental
Health Awareness Day, Saturday, May the 3rd, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Tom Scott Park in Amelia, Virginia. That's 16441 Five Forks Road, Amelia, Virginia, 23002. This will be a day filled with free family fun, bouncy houses, face painting, popcorn, and games, plus resources for parents and much, much more. Food vendors will also be available, and the first 150 guests will receive a free meal. So make sure you come out and support the Children's Mental Health Awareness Day from Crossroads Community Services Board. Crossroads Community Services Board is one of 39 Virginia community services boards. Crossroads offers community resources for mental health, developmental disability services, substance use disorder counseling, drug prevention programs, family therapists, and much more. Crossroads services the counties of Amelia, Buckingham, Charlotte, Cumberland, Lunenburg, Nottoway, and Prince Edward counties in Virginia. If you would like to reach out to the administrative services, you can reach them by mail at 60 Bush River Drive, Farmville, Virginia, 23901, or by phone at 434-392-3187. They're open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Also, their national line is 866-307-0370. Any emergency services 24/7 is 800-548-1688. And if you need to reach out to the National Suicide Crisis Line, just dial pound 988.
Welcome back. Second quarter.
Welcome back.
It's a tie ball game, 33-33. Rhode Island and George Washington right now giving us a very exciting game here in round 2 of the Atlantic 10 Women's Tournament here from Henrico, Virginia, at the Henrico Sports and Event Center.
Ooh.
Thought it was coming this way. Lewis.
Sims over got the handles, though. She protected.
Yeah, I appreciate you, Sims. Oh, well, wait a minute now. Inside to Diallo. Diallo takes a couple dribbles. Tries to get it off the glass. Great defense by Carr. Here comes Franks for the Rams. Over to Vital. You can see Carr trying to get position against Diallo down low. Vital over to DeBras for 3.
Just a little long.
It's a little long and out of bounds, and that's going to go to GW. As we see Mott make her way back into the game. Competitive basketball, that's all you can ask for. Reynolds. Being guarded against Vital. Lewis back to Sims. And then inside to Mott. And this foul is going to be.
Honey?
I thought she had good position. And they call it on Honey Carr. That's her third. So Coach Reese has a very interesting decision. I think Dutot's going to come in as well as Kamara. You got to protect Carr going into that fourth quarter. So Mbu and Carr will head out for Rhode Island. 33-33. Mott takes a couple dribbles, hands off to Reynolds. Reynolds, spin move in the lane, could not complete it. But a rebound by Mott. Over to Lewis. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Reynolds for 3 off the front of the rim. Andrews tried to get it.
She wants her shot to go. It's just not going there.
DeBras over to Dutot. Over to Franks. Franks on the wing. Back to Dutot at the top. And swings it over to DeBras, who takes a step in, takes the jumper, doesn't go. Mott rebound. And I think we got an over the back here. They said 1. So it's on Gabby Reynolds, and I believe that is her third. You don't want to see Reynolds in that type of foul trouble, but her and Lewis both have 3 fouls. And this will be intriguing to see if Coach Novak will keep Reynolds in. DeBras makes her way back out of the game. Phillips in for Rhode Island. Andrews still leading off scores here toward 12 points. Vital going up against Reynolds. Reynolds got to be real careful here. Phillips pull-up jumper, doesn't go. Rebound Mott. Mott is cleaning up the boards. She's got 8. 1 point on the day, but 8 rebounds. Having that Mikel Parham effect that we saw yesterday for VCU, but this one on George Washington's favor. Lewis inside using her body and is knocked away by Franks. Ooh, that is an interesting call. And I think this one's going to be overturned. I mean, it was definitely touched last by Rhode Island. And good job by the referees kind of communicating there to get the right call. 33-33. Here with 2 minutes and 41 seconds. Left here in the third. Over to Mott. Mott will give it off to Andrews. Andrews trying to work magic against Phillips. She loses control of it. There's a scrum. A scrum on the ground with Kamara, Phillips, and Andrews. And it will be Rhode Island basketball with 2 minutes and 33 seconds on the clock. And neither team has scored in a while. Rhode Island hasn't scored in almost 4 minutes, and George Washington hasn't scored in almost 3 minutes. Franks over to Phillips, being guarded by Andrews. 2 minutes and 16 seconds. Pull-up jumper by Dutat is no good. Sims rebound.
It's just unlucky for both teams. They can't get a shot to go down.
And nobody. Oh, and that's a traveling violation. And Lewis is so disappointed. Here's the thing. We're seeing what we saw. Can't remember which game it was. It might have been the VCU game and the LaSalle game, where it's just this long stretch of neither team scoring, and it's been tied for a minute. George Washington is 0 for their last 4, but 1 of their last 9. Now we've only had 10 total points scored combined in this third quarter. The score was 29-27 at the half. Vital over to Phillips. Who's going to take the lead in this one? Franks trying to get along the baseline. There's some contact, and I want to say this is going to be against.
I think that's against GW.
GW is going to be Sims. So now Franks has a chance to end the scoring drought here at the free throw line. And she does, finally. We have some points. It's been almost 5 minutes since we've seen some points scored here. And she knocks down both. It was almost 5 minutes there for Rhode Island before they're able to get some points up on the board. They have a 35-33 lead. Now, George Washington, on the other hand, they have not scored in the last 3 minutes and 29 seconds. And I did not see the call on that one. But it looks to be on Callisto. And so Dutat coming up.
GW's just struggling. 1 for their last 9 on shots and haven't scored in almost 4 minutes.
Yeah, 3 turnovers in the last 3 minutes and 52 seconds, or 32 seconds, excuse me. 35-33. Only 12 points scored combined so far in this quarter from both teams. Vital. Crossover move, drives inside, uses the left, hits off the left side of the rim, and Callisto was over there with the Tot, and the Tot once again on the ground, fighting for a loose ball, and it will be GW basketball. Minute and 10 left here in the third. Andrews has control of the basketball. GW just needs to get some points on the board. It's been a rough couple of minutes here. Andrews driving inside, trying to get something, but great defensive job there by Rhode Island. Got a block in the process. Now a chance to make it a 4-point lead. Vital, and a blocking foul is called, and both players are down. Vital down along with, I want to say that is Andrews, but I can't tell from here. No, that was Lewis that was down on the ground, but she's back up. Both players are back up. 48.6 seconds on the clock. So Lewis will come out, and that's going to put Lewis in real bad position because right now Lewis has 4 personal fouls. And I won't be surprised if you see this lineup for a nice chunk of time. This is the second straight game where Lewis had some trouble with personal fouls. In the last game, Lewis had 4 personal fouls in that one. So 37-33. Rhode Island building this 4-point lead.
Ooh, not great.
And a great job by Rhode Island with the 10-second violation. One of those rare things you don't see it that much anymore. Maybe when we were younger you saw a lot more of that, but you don't see those 10-second violations as much as you used to. But a 4-point lead for Rhode Island right now. And George Washington has picked the worst time to start struggling. Because right now, it's almost been 5 minutes since they've scored. Vital with the left. Oh, can't get it to go. Carr for Franks for 3. That one doesn't go. Carr with another rebound. And she'll swing it out to Vital. And the shot clock is somehow pretty much aligned right now with the game clock. Vital, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Vital to Carr for the 3, and it doesn't go. But that will send us to the 4th quarter, ladies and gentlemen. Wait a minute, do we have a foul on this? There's some discussion going on here. Did somebody call timeout? So let's see.
What is this?
Oh, so they said a timeout is being appealed. So Coach Novak, I think, was. So I'm very interested here. A timeout may have been called. The 37-33 right now. As they figure that out, we'll be back here in a little bit. That's the end of the third, or at least we think it's the end of the third quarter. I want to make sure before we head to break, as they're still discussing this. Well, the cheerleaders are coming on the floor as we still a little bit of a debate. We're assuming that there's third quarter, so we're going to go ahead and no, they're putting 0.7 seconds left on the clock. So if that is the case, they're giving the timeout to whoever called the timeout, which I'm assuming is George Washington. Looks like, yeah, so it looked like a timeout was called. 0.7 seconds. And we're not quite at the end of the third quarter just yet. Well, everybody, it's been a fun one so far here. We got at least 1 quarter to go. But we got 0.7 left in this third between Rhode Island and George Washington. A 4-point game as the Rams hold on tight to a 4-point lead over George Washington. And once again, we'd like to thank you all for tuning into the Legacy Maker Sports Network for another broadcast. Game 5 for us here out of 14. Still got 9 to go. 2 today, 4 tomorrow, 2 on Saturday, and another 1 on Sunday for the championship. So, a lot of discussion. They figured it all out, and looks like when we get back here, we'll have 0.7 seconds on the clock. And now the other question is, who basketball is this? I'm thinking, so it might be Rhode Island. So a lot of discussion here. I think they might have had a media timeout while they were trying to figure everything out, so we were just kind of waiting there. Or was this a foul? So now they're saying it was a foul, so that's what happened here. So now Gabby Reynolds has 4 fouls, and that puts GW in a really tough spot with 2 of your starters with 4 fouls. We may not see a lot of Reynolds in this 4th quarter. She's in the game right now. As Carr will knock it down. And the 85% free throw shooter is probably a little bit higher now, because right now she's sitting pretty. With 5 for 5 from the free throw line. And has a chance to make it. Oh, she misses this one. And the broadcaster jinx kicks in, so I'm so sorry, Miss Carr. She's got 9 points. With a chance to, and she misses both. She missed the last 2 anyway, so now we head into the 4th quarter with the score. Rhode Island holding on to a 38-33 lead here in as we head into the 4th quarter. Can Rhode Island hold off and punch their ticket to the quarterfinals to take on St. Joe's, or will George Washington come back and continue their magical run here at the A-10 Women's Tournament? We'll be back here on the Legacy Maker Sports Network in just a second.
Legacy Financial Wellness with Rita Stewart. Let Rita help you safeguard your family's future while you focus on living your best life. Discover the peace of mind that comes with having the right financial plan in place. Rita Stewart is a dedicated and experienced financial professional ready to guide you on your financial journey. Her expertise lies in helping clients create a robust and enduring financial foundation to build on into the future. So you can reach out to Rita Stewart by phone at 804-677-7555, on Instagram at Money Matters NT, on the World Wide Web at LegacyFinancialWellness.com, on Facebook at Legacy Financial Wellness, or at her personal email at rita.stewart@5ringsfinancial.com. Legendary Culture Films, one of the hottest and upcoming movie production companies, would like to let you know about a couple movies that they have out currently, and one of them on the way. First, the movie Black Sheep, currently airing on Tubi, is about a young hustler trying to make the transition from the streets, becomes an outcast and the target, and it turns into war in the city. It is a great movie. If you want to catch it, it's on Tubi right now. Another great movie that's coming to Tubi soon, Legend Has It. It's about a young warlock seeking revenge on his mother's killers, an action-packed thriller that will have you out of your seats. Legend Has It is coming soon from Legendary Culture Films. And a new movie in development, Boys in the Woods. That should be a very interesting one coming from Legendary Culture Films.
All right, everybody, we are back. 4th quarter here in this one. Rhode Island up 38-33 over George Washington. Once again, everybody, I'm Darrell Owens alongside Russ Taliaferro, bringing you the action here from the Henrico Sports and Event Center as we bring you our full audio broadcast of every single game in this tournament. And we're in game number 5, and we got a good one here between Rhode Island and George Washington. But right now, problems for George Washington. They have not scored in almost 5 minutes. And they have really struggled here to get points on the board. Rhode Island not doing too much better on that front, but they did just enough to have the lead where it is now.
And still shooting a horrible percentage. That's what's
21%.
insane to me.
Yeah, shooting 21% and winning by 5 this late is very interesting. 10 for 48, but what's saving them? Free throws. 15 for 18 from the free throw line. Angles 3, no good. It's the free throws that have kept Rhode Island in this one. 18 free throw shots taken by Rhode Island to George Washington's 8. Vital working against Andrews. Phillips 3. Can it get it to roll there as Angle battling with Franks for the basketball. But who's going to step up and score here for GW? Reynolds has 4 fouls. Lewis is on the bench with 4 fouls. You cannot afford Reynolds to get any fouls, so she's out of this one. That'll really handicap this George Washington backcourt. Reynolds over to Andrews. Andrews has been relatively quiet here for George Washington. And
she's trying to drive there and make her own basket, just couldn't get it to fall.
Andrews hasn't scored since the second quarter.
G-Dub hasn't scored since the 5-minute mark where Sims hit that 3 in the last quarter.
It was 33-30 when she hit that 3 and then to tie it up. Vital knocks it down. And now it's an 8-point lead. Now, this kind of reminds me, and I know I said it a couple times, but this is like VCU and LaSalle, where it just felt like even the smallest lead is a big lead, where you don't, I mean, it's been so close of a game on so many fronts. Sims trying to finally get some points on the board for GW.
Sims scoring the last 2 baskets for the team. They just happen to be almost 10 minutes apart.
That is tough. So 41-35, 6-point game here with 7 minutes and 50. Vital knocking down that big 3. And then you see Sims was able to come right back, finally get some points on the board for GW. And his Rhode Island ball underneath their own basket. Bras at the top. Got a little space to work here. George Washington playing a little off. Carr, jumper, doesn't go. Dutot was trying to get the rebound, but Sims was able to retrieve it for GW. Andrews off to Sims for 3. Mott with a big rebound. Inside Mott trying to get something going, and with Carr and Vital there, nothing to go.
I'll be honest, I hate the fact that G-Dub's doing a lot of time, once they get the rebound, looking to put it right back up instead of just clearing out and resetting.
41-35. Vital over to DeBras. DeBras inside the car, double team there. Mott looks like she is tired.
She's been hustling.
And this is where they miss Lewis, because a nice job. She tried to lock it to Reynolds. But I'll be honest with you, GW has to be tired. They haven't went deep into their bench. They've only had 2 people coming off the bench. And so it's been a little tough. And you can tell that they're a little worn out. And when you have 2 of your top players in foul trouble, you're forced to keep Reynolds in the game, and while Lewis is on the bench. 6 minutes, 15 seconds. Driving Reynolds, and there's a lot of contact. That one is going to be on Vital.
I don't hate the idea of a dribble and drive like that. I just feel like that's the only thing they're trying to do sometimes.
And it hasn't really worked in their favor. I mean, they have not been to the free throw line that much. Not as much as Rhode Island has. They're 2 for 8 from the free throw line. That also doesn't help because if you made those free throws, guess what? This is a tie ball game. And Reynolds knocks down the first. Russ always says you gotta hit the free ones.
You have to. It's free buckets.
Knocks down the second.
Especially when you're behind right now. 4 points means a lot.
They would be in the lead right now. They have knocked them all down. 41-37. DeBras. Over Carr. Utah driving along. Blocked by Sims. And Carr, her opportunity blocked by Sims. And Sims says, well, I can't say what she said. Started with an F, and then after that, no. So,
no.
41-37. The foul called on Sims. Engel's coming out, and Lewis is back in. But Lewis has to be careful. And she's been in foul trouble in both of these last 2 games. We haven't seen Callisto come back in a while, or Diallo. Carr, and knocks it down. And here's the thing, you're fouling the wrong person if you're GW, because Carr is almost perfect from the free throw line. 43-37. Five minutes and 50 seconds left in this one. Reynolds trying to communicate with her teammate, hands it off to Sims. Sims to Andrews. Andrews, who's, like I said a little bit earlier, just quiet from Andrews. Inside to Mott. Mott trying to work against Dutot, and Dutot has done a really good job against Mott and trying to force her way up. A great defense by Dutot. She never wavered, had her hands in the air the whole time. Five minutes, 23 seconds as DeBras will bring it up the floor. Dutot hands it off to Phillips. Phillips over to DeBras. Takes it to the top. DeBras driving inside. Kicks it out from the free throw line to Phillips. Phillips has been trying to knock down these threes, and they just keep rattling out. Rebound by GW. Reynolds. Pass control here for the Revolutionaries. They're down by 6 here. 4:50 left in the fourth. Reynolds trying to cross up. Dutot, she lost control of the ball, and here comes Phillips. Phillips will kick it to Vital. Vital over to DeBras. DeBras takes a couple dribbles over to Carr. Carr will swing it to Phillips. A 3 opportunity, finally. Sophie Phillips knocks down the 3. I don't want to say a dagger, but it feels like it. Even only being down by 9, but Rhode Island defense has cranked up, and now I think we got a media timeout coming here. So Rhode Island extends the lead up 46-37 as we head to our media timeout. We'll be back here in just a minute on the Legacy Maker Sports Network with some more action. But right now, Rhode Island holds a 9-point lead and looking to move on to the next round.
Bernard's Towing. If you find yourself in a jam and need help getting your vehicle out of a tough situation, Bernard's Towing is there to help you get your car where you need it to be. Remember, call us once and be hooked. You can contact Bernard's Towing at 804-380-2774 or at 804-495-5111. Dream Clean LLC with De'Ara Jones. They do commercial, residential, move-in/move out, post-construction, and organizational services. You can reach us at 804-933-5314. And remember, you can get a dream clean with the Dream Team. Dream Clean LLC. Big Jack's Cooking with Orlon Big Jack Jackson. They specialize in Southern comfort food. Orlon told us one time in a broadcast, if it's comfortable, they'll cook it. So if you're looking for amazing Southern comfort food, reach out to Big Jack's Cooking at 8830 Otterburn Road, Amelia, Virginia, 23002, or by phone at 804-405-0330. You can also email Big Jack at bigjackscooking@gmail.com. Last but not least, Quality Exterior Services, LLC. Our services: lawn maintenance, gutter cleaning, pressure washing, flower bed maintenance, yard cleanup, and much more. We are licensed and insured commercially and residential. About us, services also include basic gardening tasks such as planting perennials, annuals, shrubs, and trees, lawn and garden maintenance services such as mowing, trimming, and pruning. We service the areas of Amelia, Blackstone, Chesterfield, Farmville, and all of the surrounding counties. So you can reach us at 804-591-6027. And remember, at Quality Exterior Services, LLC, your yard is our priority.
Welcome back. 4 minutes and 14 seconds left here in this fourth quarter. Rhode Island has extended their lead. It's been a pretty tight game so far. But George Washington struggles offensively here in this here in the second half. Have not doomed George Washington, but put him in a really bad spot here with 4 minutes to go.
What's really a shot, again, the shooting percentage of Rhode Island has just not been one that looks like a winner. They're getting that one. That one falls. Bad timing. But just overall,
Broadcast is cursed.
Overall, it's 21%. But what's really making the difference to me is that they've been to the free throw line for 20 times already. 20 shots from a free throw, and they've made 17 of them. 85% from the free throw line, from the charity stripe for Rhode Island. That's what's making the difference of them missing so many regular open shots.
And that's the crazy part. I mean, you make a really good point. They're 17 for 20 from the free throw line.
Yeah.
So those 17 points have done everything to give them this lead. I mean, and now some people would complain about, hey man, well look at the disparity in the free throws, 20 free throws to 10. But then you look at George Washington, they've got 17 turnovers. And those points off of turnovers, it was still crazy. 17 points off of turnovers, 17 turnovers. So they're averaging a point a turnover right now for Rhode Island.
Well, it's not even that. It's just you're doing simple math at that point. So you look at what Rhode Island is looking at. You look at they got, 13 regular made, 13 field goals, 5 3-pointers. That's, 5 times 3 is,
15?
15.
Yeah.
They have 17 extra points straight up just from free throws. You take those away, this game is GW has a win right now.
Right.
They got to stop fouling. They're making stupid fouls. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players with 2 or more fouls.
And it's their whole starting lineup.
Oh, pretty much. Reynolds has been hampered by the fouls. That's why they're watching her right now. She's got 1 to go with 3 minutes left.
So they got to be careful. Also, Lewis as well. And here's the thing. George Washington is tired, and it shows.
Because of the game they played yesterday.
Yeah, they played a really tough game yesterday. They played well in that game, but they're tired. And like I said, they've only been 3 deep in the lineup. So they're only playing 8 players right now.
Yeah, I think that's just Coach Novak trying to figure out how to play this the rotation.
And a miss there, another miss, another offensive rebound, but then Sims gets it, and they're going to call foul here.
On who?
I don't think it's going to be on Sims.
This is important.
That one's on Sims. That's her 4th personal.
That's number 4, yeah. That is 3 key players with 4 fouls.
Yeah, this is
Reynolds, Lewis, and Sims.
It's going to be a tough way to lose a game if they end up losing this game because your top scorers, minus Andrews, who, like I said, we haven't seen Andrews score since the second quarter. And it's just been tough.
Yeah. It's impossible to win. It's impossible to win when you got so many players hampered by foul trouble.
And the free throws, kudos to Rhode Island in the free throws. I mean, we talked about it, but they have really done their job at the line.
They're shooting over 80% in free throw, and at this point, like, no team right now, I feel like, has shot that well with this many opportunities in the tournament so far.
Not at all.
So, like, again, kudos to them. They're taking advantage of the free buckets, and that's what you got to do. That's what's winning them the game, is their free throw percentage.
Oh, a pesky move there by Vital. She knocked the ball away. I think this is going to stay with George Washington with a foul. But here's the thing, Mott, she's tried to handle herself down low, but Carr has done an excellent job. Her and Dutot.
Honey Carr is just an absolutely beautiful player. She is just something amazing to watch. Like you said, she is a WNBA build as a player in college right now. And I'd be surprised if someone doesn't pick her up undrafted free agent, at least.
Reynolds for 3. Can't get that one to go off the back of the rim, and it's going to stay here.
Lewis just went flying out of nowhere under the basket. I don't know what happened.
If you're George Washington, everything has to pick up, and it's got to pick up fast here. You're down by 12. And you haven't been able to score here in the second half. It has just been really rough. You look at it in the second half, they're shooting 15% from the field in the second half, George Washington. Sims, miss. 15%. Just here's the thing with these teams. If you're shooting like this, and you got to play St. Joe's tomorrow, whoever wins this game, you don't win that game shooting 15 or 20%.
You do not win a game against St. Joe's playing like this. No, there's no offense. It's just St. Joe's ain't going to miss that many shots.
That's right, man. St. Joe's got one of the best players in this conference.
St. Joe's is the best. It's the second best shooting team in the conference. Behind, I give you one guess.
Might be talking about those spotless.
They're talking about them spotless.
So it missed. 49-37 still. Andrews tries. Oh, man. But DeBraw's like, what you doing, bro?
I think
hands in the air. That's not no foul.
What it looks like to me, just from my rudimentary knowledge of basketball, George Washington is trying to go down low and draw fouls too much and trying to be too physical at a point where it's just not working for them. And instead of throwing the ball around the perimeter, looking for like setting up plays like that.
Yeah.
They're trying to be too physical down low.
No, the other problem with that is they haven't made their free throws when they have had the opportunities the way that Rhode Island has. I mean, it's just been really rough, right? I mean, in this, they've done they've been on a better job here in this half, but for the game, we're talking about another scoring drought. Before that, it was another 5-minute scoring drought. You can't keep having 5-minute scoring droughts and win a basketball game.
Well, now they both have taken more than 10 free throws per each team. So I think it's a fair comparison because one's shooting 50%, the other one's shooting over 80.
And then another thing to look at, Rhode Island somehow still winning, 21%. They shot 2 out of their 11 from the field. They are shooting the ball terribly and still winning this game.
I'm telling you, it is the free throws. That is what's winning in this game. You take away half of those free throws, this is a close game. This is a closer game right now.
Yeah, if you're Coach Reese, I mean, we kind of know what this is leading to right now, the way this game is going.
You know she's going to tell them to polish it up.
Yeah, you cannot play this way tomorrow against St. Joe's. Nah. You just can't. Vital for 3, misses.
I think she's also going to tell her team to rest up, too, as well. Because this, as ugly as this game has been for shooting percentages, it's still been a tough physical game.
It has been. And George Washington had the lead early.
They did. And they had control of this game.
And Mott had to force that one in. But here's the thing. This is still only an 8-point lead.
It is.
At 35 seconds, anything still can happen, but George Washington's got to score.
There's Reggie at the Garden, but that doesn't happen all the time.
You're 100% right about that.
We ain't at the Garden. We at the Henrico C. So it's just, it's just, there's a lot to clean up, but Rhode Island, regardless, should be happy, proud that they got a win today if they do hold on.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be happy because I can't tell you how many times ever that I can remember. This might be the first time ever that you can say a team shot 21% from the field and win that game by almost 10 points. That just doesn't happen. And I'm not saying it hasn't happened. It just doesn't happen often.
It doesn't make sense.
It really doesn't. But if you look at this second half, they both teams scored well in that first half. It was 29-27 heading in the half. George Washington has only scored 14 points in the second half. Your Rhode Island has only scored 20 points in the second half.
And shout out to Honey Carr, though, on Rhode Island there with her double-double so far.
Yeah, 12 and 12.
12 and 10. 12 points, 10 rebounds.
12 and 10, yeah.
Tied two buckets away from double-double herself, but just Rhode Island is taking advantage. It's the free throws. If you're telling me right now that they're winning this game without that many free throws of that efficiency, I don't think you know what you're looking at.
That's true. 100% true. And we're going to see how it ends up. We're going to see how it ends up here. But right now, 49-41. And Rhode Island, I'm pretty sure you don't want to foul this team, but unfortunately that's where you are right now. And Mott will foul DeBras with 30 seconds left.
And I mean, again, St. Joe's is looking at this like, this is who we have to play.
I mean, if you're St. Joe's and you see this, you got to be chomping at the bit just a little bit.
Laura Ziegler is like, this is going to be a cakewalk tomorrow.
Ziegler is a dangerous
Laura Ziegler, Mackenzie Smith, that whole squad, what's his name, Tyler Brugler, just those three at the top of St. Joe's lineup is like, this is going to be easy.
And DeBras will knock down the free throw. DeBras on the season is a 77% free throw shooter. And that one is missed.
But at the same time, shout out to Rhode Island for keeping the turnovers down. They have gotten less than 10 turnovers in this game right now, and that's a credit to their own efficiency.
Yeah, they did a really good job. I mean, if you go back and look at it, the way they've handled themselves has been absolutely phenomenal.
They have.
I mean, not turning the ball over. And it's a weird game because you didn't turn the ball over.
You forced them to turn over the ball.
You forced them to turn over the ball. You shot a lot of free throws. You shot miserably from the field. And somehow you're winning by 9 here with 17 seconds left in the fourth. It's just been a weird one, but a win is a win.
A win is a win.
A win is a win.
And they made it to the semifinals last year. They made it all the way to the finals, didn't they?
Yeah, they made it to the finals last year and lost to Richmond.
I'm going to say, yeah, that experience has to play a lot. Now, Dutot and Vital, I think, were the two senior men, the senior ladies that were there on that team. So the experience has to play into their mentality of how far they feel they can go.
It really does. I mean, they know how to win in tough situations. So it'll be an interesting matchup. Reynolds for 3.
Nope, that's a desperation 3 right there.
Yeah, it's over. And congratulations to Rhode Island as they escape. Because here's the thing.
They did.
They escaped with a win today against GW, who played a really – it was just – they just couldn't score. You can't go through a half where you have 2 5-minute scoring droughts and just cannot score the basketball. Yeah. That's what hurt this team today. And it's truly unfortunate for George Washington because I'll be honest with you, I thought for a second that we may see another upset, especially the way they played at the beginning of this game.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday they came out fighting like dogs. Had a heck of a game yesterday against Loyola Chicago, but I think they just took a lot out of them.
It did. It truly did. It truly did. So we're waiting for a few seconds here as we get ready for our post-game interview with one of the Rhode Island players. So y'all stay tuned. We'll be back here in just a second with our post-game interview.
Nice, thank you.
I got you.
Honey, thank you for joining us. Congratulations on the game. You yourself, you had a double-double, a very efficient game, very dominant game. How do you feel about your performance today?
I think we started off like really like equal, but like I think I just could give the credit to my team and how they find me and how we like so hard with our coaches to go on the glass. And I think going on the glass in the second half got us win the game. So I think that was something really important for us because at the end of the day, defense and rebounding wins the game. So, yeah.
For sure, for sure. Overall, though, it was a bit of a struggle.
Yeah.
Had a bad shooting performance overall. I know we know Coach Reese is going to say something about that for sure.
Yeah.
But what do you think about the team? Because even the overall shooting, the field goal percentage wasn't great, but your free throw percentage. You guys made it to the line a bunch of times, and you took advantage of that and got the free buckets when they counted. What do you say about the team when they shoot poorly overall per se, but they take advantage of what they can?
I think that just means we're like playing hard, and that just means we are like playing very tough and aggressive because as long as even if the shots don't go in, we're like going on and then finishing it and getting the foul. So I think that just shows our toughness and that just shows our aggressiveness. And I know the first half was a little bit, struggle. We went in the halftime and we talked about it and got to do what we got to do. So, main thing, the main thing.
Yeah, for sure. And we look forward to tomorrow, too, as well. St. Joseph, they have a double-headed monster, 2 scores over 15 points a game. What do you think about that matchup, and how do you guys feel about going into tomorrow?
I think that's the game we always get excited to play because, like, we are the underdogs, and we love to play, like, with that feeling.